Well, I guess probably it came around an idea. So there's a couple of us that had the idea around active transportation and not seeing that present within our community. So thought, let's get together and have a conversation about it and see where we go from there. So it was fairly small at first. There was just two or three of us that all worked at different organizations, different agencies, and but had an interest in active transportation from a couple of different perspectives, but knew what we wanted to achieve for our goal within our community was the same. So we got together, had a couple of conversations, and I guess that's how the ball got rolling. I know fairly early on, once we got a few more people around the table, we kept it fairly small at first, so it could be controlled, so that the direction wouldn't get too broad, too fast, too early, so we could stay focused. But we brought in a strategic planner, someone from Alberta Community Development, to help us to just organize our thoughts, because we all have different experiences, different thoughts, different ways to plan and process and organize and strategize, and just really needed someone that could help facilitate all of the thoughts that we had and put something that would represent all of our thoughts together on paper. Once we had that, we felt that the ball was rolling, and now let's see where this will go.
The group was led largely by myself in facilitating meetings and getting people together, having conversations as a group. When we decided to take it into the community, we worked on it together. I would say that the Canadian Cancer Society Representative Michelle Sauvé and myself took the leadership on that. And what we did was we actually made some phone calls and went to some specific people and had a conversation with them about the work that we were having. So that they could ask us questions outside of a group setting, but that they could be honest and just say, are you interested in this? And that was, in the early days, that was a lot of the way that we tried to get people involved, so that they weren't blindsided when we met as a group or an organization. And also to see if there was a genuine interest, because we didn't want to have a meeting and invite those people to the table if they really didn't have an interest in coming to it. So a lot of one-on-one, face-to-face interviews with people to explain the purpose and why we saw the need, and to see if it fit with their mandate or if their organization would be interested. In specific, we targeted both the City of Medicine Hat and the Town of Redcliffe, because anything that has to do with transportation is the municipalities are directly impacted or will have impact on that, and we knew we needed to have their buy-in, and we knew we needed to address what their concerns would be right off the start. The key thing that we did is we scheduled regular meetings, but not over-scheduled. We had them on a monthly basis in the beginning. And we had an email system where we sent information to all of the members on a regular basis. We also asked people from time to time if they were interested in still being involved, and if not, to let us know. And in the beginning, we had planning sessions and brainstorming sessions where we brought people together. We had a guest speaker, we brought in food, and we actually did some activities around planning, getting ideas, feedback, so that the group was giving the information back. It wasn't just meeting to meet or meeting to see how we could move ideas forward, but on 2 times yearly in the beginning, we had these lovely planning sessions that were fun. They were all-day sessions, but they involved a lot of fun, a lot of chatter, and we always had food, which is important to bring people together, having something that's going to generate interest as well. Because it's hard for people to take a day off and come to any kind of a planning session. People's lives are busy, so you need to have something that's going to be an interest of theirs, but also that's going to be a little bit of a reprieve from their daily grind, I think.
I find the biggest challenge is patience of the group, that you still just need to keep plugging away consistently over a long period of time. But as well, not to get pulled in another direction. Try to stay the course, because we're all getting pulled in there's always other things to do. I always say when I come to a meeting that there's 3 other places that I could be right now, and I think that's, in our world, that's pretty typical. So you have to really make a commitment to be at that table at that time, at that moment. So it's patience when you're at the table, but it's commitment to show up and to be there, because you're giving up something else. And for our group, for this coalition, what's kept people around the table has been staying the course. I'm committed to this, I'm passionate about this. But those who have left not because their passion fizzled. It's really because they got pulled in a different direction, or they lost their flexibility, either within life, personal reasons, or flexibility at their organization.